A very good morning, student. Today we are going to study Science 2. In Science 2, I am going to continue with the same chapter, that is energy flow in an ecosystem. In previous lecture, I have explained you about the biogeochemical cycle as well as the carbon cycle, chemical reaction regarding photosynthesis, respiration, etc. So, let us discuss oxygen cycle in this lecture. So, we will start with the oxygen cycle. As you all know that oxygen is very important constituent in our day to day life as well as for all living thing. Now, the percentage of oxygen in the atmosphere or the proportion of oxygen in the atmosphere is 21%. Oxygen cycle maintains the amount of oxygen in the atmosphere by taking oxygen from the air and again releasing back oxygen into the air. Like the carbon cycle, same way here the process that require the oxygen are respiration, combustion, corrosion, decomposition, etc. And this is balanced by, or this process requirement is balanced by photosynthesis. As you all know, what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis means when plants absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, they take sunlight from the sun, and chlorophyll is already present in the leaf. Due to that, the leaf's color is green. Then, water their roots absorb. So, in the presence of these all four factors, when they prepare their food in the form of glucose, then this process is known as the photosynthesis. Here, the oxygen is released back that goes into the air. Students, we can see in the diagram that is given here on page 86, you can see in the figure that plants give out the oxygen and produce the food material. Animals also breathe in as respiration. When the respiration process takes place and they give out carbon dioxide, which is being used up by the plant in the atmosphere. So, this way, the circulation and recycling of the oxygen within biosphere is called as the oxygen cycle. So, let us show you in the diagram. I'll just use the. Let us see now how we can see here that oxygen is present in various forms, like the molecular form as O2, then in the water also it is there, then in carbon dioxide, as well as in the inorganic compound. In these all things oxygen is present there. Now, most organisms use oxygen for the respiration, such as some microbes are using this oxygen. These microbes are called the aerobes. But some microbes are there which do not need the oxygen, and this type of microbes are called the anaerobes. So this way we can see how the oxygen cycle is going on. Now, the cycle also include both the biotic as well as abiotic factors. Oxygen is continuously produced as well as used up in the atmosphere. So let me highlight this point for you. It is important point that oxygen is continuously produced as well as used up like used up in the atmosphere. So oxygen is continuously produced due to the photosynthesis. The balance is there, and it is continuously produced and used up by the biotic factor as well as in the atmosphere. The other important point is that oxygen is highly reactive. Oxygen is highly reactive, and it readily react with other element and compound. So this is also important point for you to learn. So oxygen is found in the molecular form that already I told you, and different factors as water, carbon dioxide, etc. The oxygen cycle of the biosphere is extremely complex, as well as oxygen is released in the process of photosynthesis, and again it is used up for the process of respiration, combustion, decomposition, etc. That already I told you. Now this also I told you that how the microorganism use the oxygen. Some microorganism which use the oxygen, they are called the aerobes, and which do not use this oxygen, they are called as the anaerobes. So this is also the important for us. Now let us see the other cycle, that is called the nitrogen cycle. So we will start with the nitrogen cycle. Let us see now. The proportion of nitrogen in the atmosphere is about 78%. Nitrogen is an essential constituent of the protein, nucleic acid as DNA and RNA, and vitamins as well as uh, chlorophyll. This also makes the nitrogen as an essential nutrients for all the life forms. Now we will see that the important process of the nitrogen cycle. So there are few important process of nitrogen cycle. First of all, we will see the nitrogen fixation. Second is the ammonification. Third is the nitrification, and fourth is the denitrification. So these all are the important process of the nitrogen cycle that we have to study here. Let us see now. Here are some important topic that we have to study. Now first I will tell you about each and every process. So student, we should know that most living organism cannot use the nitrogen directly. So living organism are using it is in the converted form. So first of all, it needs to be converted into the usable form by fixation, either biologically or physically. We should know that like legumes are there. Legumes mean like dal and all. So this plant's root, they are nitrogen fixing bacteria are present in the root nodules. Nodules mean small like glandular structure are there, that are called nodules. So in the root nodules, these bacteria convert the atmospheric nitrogen into the ammonia, which is again utilized by the plant. Then nitrogen fixing bacteria along with the free living bacteria in the soil achieve nearly 90% of the nitrogen. So this way the 90% of nitrogen fixation is there. This is a biological process of nitrogen fixation. Now let us see the other phenomenon, that is other process, that is ammonification. When the lightning occurs, the high temperature and pressure due to high temperature and pressure, the nitrogen and water are combining to form the nitrates and nitrites. These compounds dissolve in water and are readily used up by the plants. Now that nitrogen taken up by the plant, it is used to make the proteins. Once the plant and animal die, the bacteria in the soil decompose the organic matter and release the ammonia into the soil. Further, this process is going on, and this process is called as the ammonification. Thereafter, through biological oxidation, ammonia is converted to nitrates and nitrites. Again, nitrite changed or convert to nitrates by bacteria into the soil. This process called the nitrification. Then we will see that the nitrite and nitrate are finally converted to the gaseous nitrogen by denitrifying bacteria. So, this process is known as the denitrification. Again, I will tell you that the nitrite and nitrate are finally converted to gaseous nitrogen by by denitrifying bacteria. So, this process is called denitrification. The nitrogen cycle is a sequence in nitrogen which is in sequence this nitrogen which passes from the atmosphere to the soil and the organism, and eventually release back into the atmosphere. So this way, this all four processes are going on. Let us recall this four process. I'll tell you how in short you can define. First is the nitrogen fixation. Conversion of nitrogen into nitrates and nitrites through the atmospheric, industrial and biological process. Second is ammonification. Release of ammonia through the decomposition of dead bodies and excretory waste of organism. Third is nitrification. Conversion of ammonia into nitrite and then into nitrates. The last is the denitrification, conversion of nitrogen compound into gaseous nitrogen. So this way we can see how we can define the nitrogen cycle. The circulation and recycling of nitrogen gas into the form of different compound through the various biotic and abiotic process in nature is called the nitrogen cycle. So this way in short we can define the nitrogen cycle. Again, I am telling you how we can define the nitrogen cycle, that the circulation and recycling of nitrogen gas into the form of different compounds through various biotic and abiotic process in nature is known as the nitrogen cycle. Okay, so this way here I stop this lecture, children. Hope you might have understood. Next lecture you will get the notes of this chapter. Okay, thank you.